The rain hammered the cafeteria windows like 1,000 accusations, each drop echoing the isolation that had become Alex Harper's daily ritual. He sat at the edge of the long, scarred table, his tray untouched, the steam from his lukewarm mac and cheese curling up like a ghost of normalcy he could no longer grasp. In that moment, as laughter erupted from the clusters of students across the room, groups that had once included him but now treated him like a stain on the social fabric, Alex wondered if survival in Willow Creek High meant erasing the part of himself that screamed for truth. It had been 6 months since he'd come out. 6 months of whispers turning to stares, of fag scrawled on his locker in faded marker, of his best friend Mia's hesitant silence that cut deeper than any slur. Willow Creek, a sleepy suburb an hour outside Chicago, prided itself on apple pie patriotism and Friday night football, but beneath the manicured lawns and waving flags lurked a conservatism that viewed difference as deviance. Alex's parents, loving in their bewilderment, had shipped him to therapy sessions with Dr. Ellis, a soft-spoken man who prescribed patience like it was a cure-all. But patience felt like surrender, and Alex was done surrendering. He poked at his food, the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead like judgmental insects, when the double doors swung open with a whoosh that silenced the room for a split second. A new kid, tall, with rain-slicked dark hair falling over one eye and a backpack slung low like he carried the weight of the world, scanned the chaos with the wariness of someone who'd learned to expect the worst. Jordan Reyes. The name had buzzed through first period like wildfire. Transfer from the city, some vague family drama. Athlete build, but no team tryouts yet. Alex didn't look up at first. New kids were novelties, not lifelines. But then, against the tide of curious glances, Jordan weaved through the tables, tray in hand, and dropped into the seat across from him. "You look like you could use company," Jordan said, his voice low and steady, laced with a faint Chicago accent that made the words feel less like pity and more like fact. His eyes, a piercing hazel that caught the light like fractured glass, locked onto Alex's without flinching. Up close, Jordan was all sharp angles, high cheekbones shadowed by a day's stubble, a faded scar tracing his left jawline like a secret etched in skin. He unwrapped his sandwich with deliberate calm, ignoring the ripple of stares that followed him like a wake. Alex froze, fork midway to his mouth. No one sat here. Not since the incident with Tyler and his crew, who dumped Alex's books into the mud after gym class, laughing about keeping the freaks separate. His heart thudded, a mix of suspicion and something dangerously close to hope. "Most people don't," he replied, voice edged with the sarcasm he'd honed his armor. "What's your angle?" Jordan chuckled, a sound like gravel under tires, rough but genuine. "No angle. Just hate eating alone. Name's Jordan. You." "Alex." He hesitated, then pushed his tray forward an inch. "Harper. And yeah, it's as bad as it looks." They talked, or rather, Jordan talked, filling the silence with stories of his old school in Pilsen, the murals on every corner, and the taquerias that stayed open till dawn. Alex listened, the knot in his chest loosening thread by thread. Jordan didn't pry about the empty table or the way heads turned their way, but he noticed. When Tyler sauntered by, bumping Jordan's shoulder with a smirk, Jordan just steadied his tray and said, "Watch it, champ," with a smile that dared a response. Tyler backed off, muttering under his breath, and for the first time in months, Alex felt seen, not as a label, but as a person with a pulse. By the end of lunch, Jordan had sketched a crude map of the school on a napkin, marking the danger zones like landmines. The back stairwell where smokers lurked, the chem lab that doubled as a hookup spot for the straight couples who thought rules didn't apply. "Stick with me," Jordan said as the bell rang, crumpling the napkin into his pocket. "We'll map the safe ones tomorrow." Alex watched him go, weaving back into the crowd like he belonged, and wondered if this was the start of something or just another cruel setup for a fall. That night, lying in his childhood bedroom with posters of indie bands peeling at the edges, Alex replayed the conversation on loop. Jordan's laugh, the way his fingers drummed the table like he was keeping time to an invisible beat. It stirred something in Alex, a flicker of connection that felt foreign and fragile, like holding a match too close to your skin. The next day dawned gray and unrelenting, the kind of Midwest November that seeped into your bones. Alex arrived early, hoodie pulled low, but Jordan was already there in the parking lot, leaning against a beat-up Ford pickup that looked like it had seen better decades. Morning patrol, Jordan grinned, tossing Alex a coffee from the gas station down the block. Black, no sugar, just how he'd mentioned offhand yesterday. Figured we'd need fuel for the gauntlet. School unfolded like a minefield navigated by memory. In English, Mrs. Hargrove droned on about the Great Gatsby, drawing parallels to lost dreams that hit too close to home. Alex stole glances at Jordan 2 rows over, who doodled intricate patterns in his notebook, swirls that looked like waves crashing against cliffs. When class broke, Jordan slid into the seat beside him in the hall, their shoulders brushing in the crush of bodies. "You any good at history?" he asked, nodding at Alex's worn textbook. "I've got a test tomorrow and 0 notes." By lunch, they were a unit. Jordan's presence acted like a shield, the whispers dulled to background noise, and even Mia, who'd been avoiding him since the fallout, shot a tentative smile from her table with the art kids. But beneath the ease, tension simmered. Alex caught Jordan's gaze lingering, not in a creepy way, but with a depth that hinted at mirrors reflecting back his own guarded heart. Was it curiosity, pity, or something Alex didn't dare name? That afternoon in the library, they hunkered down for a study session that devolved into debates over whether Nick Carraway was in love with Gatsby or just the idea of him. Jordan leaned back, arms crossed, his flannel shirt riding up to reveal a sliver of toned midriff scarred faintly from what he called a skateboarding wipeout. "Love's messy," he said finally, voice dropping. "It's not about the glamour, it's the grit. The part where you choose someone even when it hurts." Alex swallowed, the words landing like stones in still water. "Yeah? And what if choosing means losing everything else?" Jordan's eyes softened, but before he could answer, the library door banged open. Tyler and his shadow, Brock, both linebackers with egos to match, strode in, spotting them immediately. "Well, if it isn't the Rainbow Brigade," Tyler sneered, his voice carrying like a whip crack. "New guys slumming it now? Careful, Reyes, Harper here's contagious." The air thickened, every rustle of pages amplifying the silence. Alex's face burned, the old shame rising like bile. Jordan didn't flinch. He stood slowly, all 6 feet of him unfolding like a storm cloud. "Funny man. Last I checked, ignorance was the real epidemic around here." His tone was even, but his fists clenched at his sides, knuckles whitening. Tyler laughed, but it was forced, his eyes flicking to the librarian at the desk. "Whatever. Just saying, watch your back." He jerked his head at Brock, and they lumbered out, the door slamming like a punctuation mark. Jordan exhaled, sinking back into his chair. "Assholes," he muttered, but then he looked at Alex, really looked, and added, "You okay?" Alex nodded, though his hands shook as he gathered his books. "Used to it. Thanks for not bailing." "Never gonna bail," Jordan said simply, and in that promise, Alex glimpsed a future where alone wasn't the default. But promises, Alex knew, were fragile things. That evening, as he biked home through streets lined with glowing jack-o'-lanterns, early for Halloween, but Willow Creek loved its traditions, his phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Heard you're recruiting. Keep it in the closet, freak." Attached was a blurry photo of him and Jordan at lunch, heads close over the napkin map, cropped to look intimate. His stomach dropped. Who? Tyler? Or worse, someone closer? He deleted it, heart racing, but the seed of doubt took root. Jordan seemed too good, too quick, like a plot twist in one of those teen dramas his mom binge-watched. What if this was a prank? A bet to fix the gay kid? Alex tossed and turned that night, the rain returning in sheets, drumming doubts into his skull. Wednesday brought a fragile truce. Jordan met him at the lockers with a fist bump and a story about his little sister back in the city, how she'd drawn him a superhero cape out of aluminum foil before he left. "Kid's got faith in me I don't deserve," he said, voice tinged with something raw. Alex shared a piece of his own armor cracking, a memory of his dad teaching him to fish at Lake Michigan, the silence between casts filled with unspoken approval that vanished the day Alex confessed over dinner. They skipped stones in the retention pond behind the school after classes, the water rippling under a rare patch of sun. Jordan's throws were powerful, skipping 4 times before sinking. Alex's were gentle, more splash than skip. "You're holding back," Jordan observed, handing him a smoother rock. "Like you're afraid it'll go too far." "Maybe I am," Alex admitted, the words slipping out before he could cage them. Their fingers brushed in the exchange, a spark that lingered in the air like static. Jordan didn't pull away. Instead, he sat on the damp grass, knees drawn up, and stared at the horizon where the city skyline smudged the sky. "Family stuff," he said after a beat, unprompted. "Moved here 'cause my folks split. Mom's got a new job at the hospital, but Dad, he's not taking it well. Thinks I'm the reason." He paused, picking at a blade of grass. "I came out last year. To him, anyway. Said it was a phase. Then the fights got worse, and poof. Here we are." Alex's breath caught. The vulnerability hung between them, heavy and electric. "I'm sorry. That sucks." Jordan shrugged, but his eyes betrayed the weight. "Sucks less with friends. Real ones." He turned then, hazel meeting green, and in that gaze, Alex saw not pity, but recognition, a shared language of hidden hurts. They walked back as dusk fell, shoulders bumping occasionally, the contact grounding. At the fork where their paths split, Jordan clapped Alex's back. "Text me later? Got this playlist if you're up for it." "Deal." Alex watched him go, the pickup's taillights fading into the twilight, and for the first time, the empty house felt less like a prison. But Willow Creek had other plans. Thursday morning, the school erupted in chaos. Principal Vance's voice crackled over the intercom. "All students to the auditorium for an assembly on respect and inclusion." Groans rippled through the halls, but Alex's pulse quickened. Assemblies like this usually meant fallout from an incident. Rumors had swirled overnight about a fight in the parking lot, tires slashed on Tyler's truck. In the dim auditorium, seats creaked under restless bodies. Vance, a stern man with a mustache like a broom bristle, paced the stage, flanked by the guidance counselor. "We've had reports of harassment," he began, voice booming. "This school will not tolerate bullying of any kind, based on orientation, race, or otherwise." Murmurs swelled. Alex sank lower in his seat, Jordan beside him, their knees touching in the packed row. Then Mia took the stage, her voice trembling but steady. "It's not just words. It's actions. And it's time we call it out." She glanced at Alex, eyes pleading forgiveness, and he nodded imperceptibly. The assembly dragged, pledges to report, promises of zero tolerance. But the undercurrent was electric, a collective exhale laced with skepticism. After, in the emptying hall, Tyler cornered them by the water fountain. "This you're doing, Harper?" "Stirring shit." His face was red, veins bulging in his neck. Jordan stepped forward, calm as a drawn blade. "Back off, Tyler. Assembly's over. Means the show's on you now." Tyler lunged, fist cocked, but Brock yanked him back as a teacher rounded the corner. "You're dead, Reyes." Tyler spat, but the threat landed hollow, diffused by witnesses. Adrenaline buzzed in Alex's veins as they escaped to the roof access. Jordan's secret spot, a forgotten stairwell with a view of the football field. That was close. Alex panted, leaning against the cool brick. Jordan grinned, breathless. Worth it, for the look on his face. He sobered then, turning to Alex. "Hey, about last night, that text. I got one too. Bullshit photo, same vibe. It's them, trying to scare us apart." Alex's world tilted. "You knew. Not till this morning. But we're in it together now. No more solos." The relief crashed over him like a wave, washing away the isolation. They sat there till the bell, talking in low tones about dreams deferred. Alex's sketches of graphic novels gathering dust, Jordan's half-written songs on his phone. As they parted for class, Jordan squeezed his shoulder, the touch lingering, warm and unspoken. Friday brought the storm's eye. Homecoming week loomed, banners fluttering like false flags of unity. Alex's mom, ever the optimist, cornered him at breakfast. "Honey, the dance, maybe go with friends? It could be fun." Her eyes, lined with worry, searched his face. "Mom, it's not that simple." He thought of Jordan, the easy rhythm they'd found, and wondered if friends was a label too small. At school, the halls thrummed with excitement, but undercurrents pulled dark. In gym, Coach Ramsey paired them for drills, and Tyler's glares burned holes. During laps, he accidentally shouldered Alex into the bleachers, the impact jarring his elbow. Jordan was there in seconds, hauling him up. "You good?" "Yeah." Alex winced, but the pain was secondary to the fury boiling. "This ends tonight." The plan formed in whispers. Confront Tyler at the pep rally, not with fists, but facts. Mia was in, her guilt fueling resolve. Even a couple of her art friends, quiet allies who'd nodded from afar. Jordan's eyes gleamed with that reckless light Alex was starting to crave. "Let's make it count." The rally pulsed with energy, cheerleaders flipping, band blaring fight songs. Tyler held court in the bleachers, king of the jocks, until Alex climbed the stage mid-cheer, mic in hand. The crowd hushed, a wave of confusion crashing. "I'm Alex Harper," he said, voice steady despite the quake in his knees. "And I'm gay. Yeah, that guy you've whispered about, avoided, targeted. But I'm also the one who aced the chem project last month, who volunteers at the animal shelter. Labels don't define me. You do, with your silence or your stance." Gasps rippled. Jordan watched from the wings, fist raised in silent support. Tyler surged forward, but security, tipped off by Mia, blocked him. Alex pressed on. "Tyler, you slashed those tires? Sent those texts? It's over. We're done hiding because of you." The principal rushed the stage, but the damage was done. The crowd split, some cheering, others jeering, but a core of applause swelled. Jordan joined him then, arm around his shoulders, a united front. "We're all in this," he added, voice carrying. "No more alone." Backstage chaos ensued. Suspensions announced, parents called. But in the eye of it, as Vance grilled them, Alex and Jordan shared a look, triumph laced with terror. "You were incredible," Jordan murmured later, in the emptying gym, confetti crunching underfoot. "So were you." Alex's heart hammered, not from the rally, but from the proximity, the unspoken pull. "Jordan, The words died as Jordan leaned in, foreheads touching, breath mingling. "I know," he whispered. "Me too." But Willow Creek's shadows lengthened. That night, as Alex relived the rally in fevered texts with Jordan, his door rattled with a knock. His dad stood there, face ashen. "Son, the school's calling. Something about your friend, Reyes. His father's here, and he's not happy." The bottom dropped out. Alex's phone lit up. "Get out. Dad found out. He's coming for you." Jordan's words, frantic. Racing downstairs, Alex burst into the living room where Mr. Reyes loomed, red-faced, berating Principal Vance over speakerphone. "That boy's a bad influence. Dragging my son into this agenda." "Dad, stop." Jordan's voice cut through from the hall, but his father whirled, eyes wild. "You think I didn't know? Parading around like it's normal? We're leaving tonight." The argument exploded, words like shrapnel, accusations of betrayal, pleas drowned in rage. Alex hovered in the doorway, unseen, heart-shattering as Jordan's facade cracked. The tough transfer reduced to a kid pleading with a man who'd built walls of denial. In the melee, Jordan spotted him. "Alex, go? Please." But Alex didn't. He stepped forward. "Mr. Reyes, it's not an agenda. It's us. Real people, trying to breathe." The man faltered, gaze flickering between them, then hardened. "Stay away from my boy." He stormed out, dragging Jordan, who shot Alex a look of raw apology over his shoulder. The house emptied, silence deafening. Alex collapsed on the couch, sobs racking him. Victory at school, devastation at home, the twist cut deep. Days blurred into a haze. Jordan vanished. Rumors of a hasty move back to the city. Expulsion threats waved like swords. Alex wandered halls that echoed with fresh graffiti, "Fags out." Mia tried bridging, but her texts to Jordan bounced. Therapy with Dr. Ellis turned confessional, Alex unraveling the tangle of hope and hurt. Then, 2 weeks later, an envelope slipped under his door. Inside, a mixtape, Jordan's playlist, labeled for the skips we didn't get. Track 1, "The Night We Met" by Lord Huron. A note, not goodbye. Chicago's not forever. Wait for the signal. Hope flickered, fragile as a pilot light. Alex played it on loop, sketching their story in his notebook. Panels of isolation shattered by connection, climaxed in rally fire, cliffhanger in separation. Winter gripped Willow Creek, snow blanketing sins. Homecoming dance came and went. Alex stayed home. Mia's invite a kindness he couldn't accept. But the assembly's echo lingered, subtle shifts. A nod from a former avoider. Tyler's suspension sticking, whispers turning to questions. Spring thaw brought the signal. March, gray skies parting. Alex's phone buzzed with a Pilsen number. Hey, it's me. Dad cooled off. Therapy, the works. I'm back. For good. Jordan's voice, warm as sunlight. They met at the pond, stones skipping in tandem now, 6, 7 times. Missed this, Jordan said, pulling him into a hug that blurred the line between friends and more. Me too. Alex pulled back, searching those hazel eyes. What now? Jordan smiled, scarred jaw catching the light. Now, we write the next chapter. Together. But chapters twist. As summer beckoned, a new shadow loomed. Jordan's ex from the city, a girl named Lena, texting cryptic warnings. He didn't tell you everything. Be careful, he breaks hearts. Doubt crept back, but Alex pushed it down. Their first real date, a picnic under the L tracks, stolen from Chicago for the day, sealed resolve. Laughter over falafel, hands entwined as trains rumbled overhead. Yet the ex's shadow grew. Lena showed up at school, unannounced, a whirlwind of curls and accusations. You think you're special? He left me for this, running from who he is. Bye, she claimed. Jordan, torn between worlds. The confrontation in the parking lot was a tempest. Tears, shouts, Jordan's pleas. It's not like that, Lena. I was lost then. Alex, he's home. She left in a huff, but seeds sown festered. Alex withdrew, therapy sessions dissecting trust's fragility. Prejudice isn't just outside, Dr. Ellis noted. It whispers inside, too. Climax brewed at prom. Irony's cruel joke, Willow Creek's nod to inclusion. Alex almost skipped, but Jordan's tux-clad plea won. One night, no shadows. The gym glittered, balloons bobbing like dreams afloat. They danced awkwardly at first, then fluidly, world narrowing to rhythm and gaze. Tyler lurked at edges, but suspended gaze averted. Mid-song, Lena crashed the gate, drunk on spite, microphone seized. Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to the boy who plays both sides. Slides projected, old photos of Jordan with her, kisses that twisted knives. Gasps. Alex froze, Jordan's hand slipping. It's lies, he hissed, but doubt's poison spread. Alex bolted, rain-slick streets blurring tears. Jordan chased, tackling him in the lot. Listen, bye isn't betrayal. It's me whole. I love you, Alex. Not halves all. The confession hung, raw. Alex searched his face, seeing truth in fractures. Prove it. Jordan did. Weeks of honesty. Letters to Lena, coming out fully to his mom. Joining the GSA club, Alex revived. Prejudice is cracked. Mr. Reyes attended a PFLAG meeting, gruff thaw beginning. Summer solstice, they drove to Lake Michigan, stones skipping infinite. No more alone, Jordan vowed, kissing Alex's temple, soft, seismic. Alex smiled, heart full. Together. Always. In Willow Creek's quiet evolution, their story wove into legend. The lunch table duo who toppled walls, proving love's grit outshines glamour every time. The waves lapped at the shore like hesitant confessions, each one carrying away fragments of the winter's weight. Alex and Jordan lay on a threadbare blanket, the sun filtering through cottonwoods, casting dappled patterns on their skin. It was July 4th weekend, and Willow Creek buzzed with barbecues and fireworks, but they'd claimed this secluded bend of the lake as their sanctuary. Jordan traced lazy circles on Alex's palm, his touch a language they'd only begun to speak fluently. Remember the first stone? Jordan murmured, hazel eyes half-lidded against the glare. You skipped it once, then swore off trying. Alex chuckled, the sound lighter than it had been in months. Yeah, and you mocked me mercilessly. Coach Reyes, terror of the pond. Guilty. Jordan propped on an elbow, his dark hair tousled by the breeze. The scar on his jaw caught the light, a reminder of falls taken and risen from. But look at you now, pro. The ease between them was a hard-won thing, forged in the fires of that prom night implosion. Lena's ambush had nearly unraveled everything. her projections of Jordan's indecision mirroring Alex's deepest fears. But Jordan had proven steadfast. Therapy sessions together, where Dr. Ellis unpacked bisexuality not as confusion, but as capacity for love unbound by labels. Mr. Reyes, in fits and starts, had shown up, first with apologies mumbled over coffee, then with tickets to a Cubs game, where father and son sat side by side, silences softening to stories. Alex's own family had shifted too. His mom baked Jordan's favorite empanadas after a stilted dinner, his dad offering gruff advice on standing tall, no matter what. Mia, the bridge builder, had become their unofficial chaperone, her art exhibit featuring portraits that captured their quiet revolutions. Alex's green eyes fierce with reclaimed fire, Jordan's smile a beacon against shadowed pasts. But peace, Alex knew, was a vigilant guest. Whispers lingered in Willow Creek's veins, the older folks at church clutching pearls over the boys, Tyler's crew splintering under scrutiny, one even approaching Alex with a halting sorry that tasted like ash but felt like progress. And then there was Elena, Lena's shadow, now a ghost via social media blocks, but her words echoed, "He'll leave you for something easier." Jordan sensed the drift, sitting up. "Penny for him?" Alex hesitated, then voiced it. "Just wondering if this is real, or if life's gonna yank it away again." Jordan's face sobered, the playfulness yielding to depth. "Real as the lake. I get it. Trust is a bruise that doesn't fade easy. But I'm here, Alex. Betting on us." They packed up as dusk painted the sky in bruised purples, driving back with windows down, radio crooning indie folk that matched their mood. At the edge of town, Jordan pulled over at their spot, the overpass where graffiti bloomed like defiant flowers. "One more thing," he said, digging in the glove box. Out came a small box, velvet worn at edges. Alex's breath hitched. "Jordan, not that." Jordan laughed, opening it to reveal matching silver rings, simple bands etched with waves. "Promise rings. For the skips, the dances, the fights. Till we're ready for more." Tears pricked. Alex slid his on, the cool metal grounding. "I love you. Love you back." Their kiss was salt-tinged, tender, sealing vows against the gathering stars. Monday brought school's final gasp, senior year winding down amid college apps and cap-and-gown fittings. Alex and Jordan navigated it hand in glove, GSA meetings swelling with tentative new faces, a trans kid from the debate team, a questioning freshman with Mia's sketches as camouflage. Tyler, reformed or reformed not, kept distance, his football scholarship a leash of consequence. But tension coiled elsewhere. In history class, Mr. Langford's unit on civil rights veered into modern territories, his slides flashing Stonewall, Obergefell, milestones that hit like personal anthems. "Progress," he lectured, "isn't linear. It's a battle won daily." Alex raised his hand, voice steady. "What about the battles we lose? The ones that scar?" The room stilled. Jordan squeezed his knee under the desk. Langford nodded. "Those build the warriors. Share if you want." Alex did, in measured tones. The isolation, the rally, the family fractures. Not for pity, but to normalize the narrative. Applause was sparse but sincere. Afterward, a girl from the back, quiet, bookish, slipped him a note. "Thanks. Means something." Jordan beamed in the hall. Warrior status, confirmed. Lunch was their ritual now, table claimed as neutral ground. But as they unpacked sandwiches, Principal Vance approached, face etched with uncharacteristic gravity. "Boys, a word." In his office, the bomb dropped. A petition circulating online, anonymous but traceable to alumni parents. Concerned citizens for traditional values demanded curriculum review post-GSA surge, citing indoctrination. Names weren't listed, but implications screamed. Alex and Jordan as Exhibit A. Vance leaned forward. "I won't let it fly, but it'll get ugly. Media might sniff it. Local news loves a culture war." Alex's stomach knotted, Jordan's jaw set. "We're not backing down." "Nor should you," Vance said. "But prepare. This town's got long memories." The drive home was silent fury. At Alex's, they paced the basement, rage-fueling plans. Counter-petition, Jordan proposed. Get the whole school signing, students, teachers, parents. Mia hopped on board, her laptop a whirlwind of graphics. By evening, drafts flew. Willow Creek stands for all. Love wins here. Texts pinged. Support from Dr. Ellis. Even Mr. Reyes offering to speak at a town hall. But ugly came swift. Tuesday, Alex's locker bore a sticker. Rainbow flag crossed out. Go home scrawled beneath. Phones buzzed with screenshots. The petition gaining traction. Comments venomous. Protect our kids from this filth. One tagged Alex's mom at work. Her hospital shift interrupted by stares. Jordan found him in the bathroom, splashing water on ashen face. Hey, breathe. Can't. It's everywhere. Alex's voice cracked. What if they win? What if we lose? Us. Jordan pulled him close, heartbeat sinking. They won't. Because we're the story now, not victims, victors. The rally they organized wasn't stage-bound. It was grassroots, a chain of linked arms from school to town square. Mia's posters fluttered. Jordan's playlist blared from a boombox. Anthems of resilience. Speakers rotated. Alex on visibility's cost. A teacher on education's role. Mr. Reyes. Halting. Humbled. On regret's redemption. I failed my son once. Won't let this town fail its kids. Crowd swelled. Hundreds. Then media trucks. Cameras flashed. Reporters probed. How's it feel to be the face of change? One asked Alex. Terrifying, he admitted. But necessary. Love isn't political. It's human. The petition fizzled, signatures dwarfed by theirs. Vance announced expansions, ally training, pride flags in halls. Victory tasted bittersweet, scars aching under cheers. Summer deepened, college letters arriving. Alex to UIC for graphic design. Jordan to the same for music edition, shared dorm dreams whispered. But one eve, as fireflies danced, Jordan confessed a shadow. Lena's final text, an olive branch laced with truth. She said, I run from hard things. Am I doing that with us? Alex cupped his face. No, you're staying. That's brave. Their embrace stretched, fireflies mirroring sparks within. Fall beckoned, new chapters. Willow Creek, scarred but stirring, watched two boys walk hand in hand to graduation. Caps tossed, futures unfurled. Yet life scripted twists. Freshman orientation at UIC. Chaos of urban pulse, dorms humming. Alex and Jordan roomed adjacent. Late nights plotting comics to songs. But midterms loomed, stress fraying edges. Then, a call. Mr. Reyes, heart attack. Minor, but a wake-up. Jordan flew home, Alex trailing. Hospital vigil. Beeps, broth, breakthroughs. Dad's grip on Jordan's hand. Proud, son. Of all you are. Healing rippled. Back in Chicago, they volunteered at a youth center, mentoring kids echoing their younger selves. Stories swapped. Walls crumbled. Winter break brought snow-swept romance. Skating on Millennium Park. Rink lights haloing laughter. But a letter arrived. Lena, clean slate seeking. Coffee meet. Apologies exchanged. Closures sealed. He chose you, she told Alex. Because you're steady. Steady they built. Internships, gigs, a shared apartment by sophomore year. Willow Creek visits normalized. Barbecues with Mia's crew, GSA thriving. Senior year climax. Joint project, Alex's graphic novel illustrated to Jordan's score. Launch at a queer-lit fest, standing ovation, tears flowing. Post-grad, rings upgraded. Vows in a lakeside ceremony, waves witnessing. Willow Creek sent a banner, love wins here. Years wove. Teaching, creating, family growing, adoptions dreamed. Storms came, health scares, losses, but they weathered, roots deep. In quiet moments, Alex traced Jordan's scar. From alone to this. Jordan smiled. Best twist ever. Their story, etched in time, proved. Love's drama unfolds not in endings, but endless beginnings. College life in Chicago was a kaleidoscope of grit and glitter, a far cry from Willow Creek's cloistered calm. Alex and Jordan dove in headfirst, their adjacent dorms a makeshift haven amid the loop's relentless hum. Mornings started with coffee runs to the corner cart, steam rising like prayers against the chill, and evenings dissolved into collaborative chaos. Alex's sketchpad bleeding into Jordan's lyric sheets, stories birthing songs under the glow of a desk lamp. UIC's campus thrummed with diversity. Murals splashed across brick, clubs hawking zines on equity and art. They joined the Queer Alliance, not as poster boys but participants, facilitating panels on intersectionality, where a black trans panelist dismantled binaries with quiet fire that left Alex scribbling notes for his thesis. Jordan, ever the performer, organized open mics, his guitar-strummed ballads drawing crowds that lingered, sharing their own verses of struggle and shine. But freshman year wasn't all harmony. Midterms hit like a freight train, sleep sacrificed to caffeine and cram sessions. Alex's graphic design prof, a no-nonsense woman with tattooed sleeves, ripped his first project, Too Safe, Harper. Dig deeper. What's your wound? The critique stung, echoing old insecurities, and he holed up, pencils snapping under pressure. Jordan found him at 2 a.m., hunched over the desk, eraser shavings like fallen snow. Talk to me. It's stupid. Alex shoved the board away, a half-formed comic of fractured identities, lines too timid. What if I'm out of wounds? Used him all up back home. Jordan knelt, hazel eyes level. Wounds heal, but they scar pretty. That's your ink. He pulled out his phone, cueing a demo track. Raw vocals over acoustic, lyrics of lakeside promises. This? Born from prom night. We evolve it. They reworked till dawn, Alex layering shadows into panels, Jordan weaving doubt into melody. The final submission earned an A and a note. Vulnerable. Real. Keep bleeding. Balance tipped elsewhere. Jordan's music ed classes demanded performances, his voice, gravel smooth, captivating profs but stirring ghosts. After a recital, a classmate, Riley, lithe, with a mohawk and a flirt's grin, cornered him. That by vibe? Hot. Coffee sometime. Jordan deflected, but the encounter nagged, dredging Lena's echoes. He confessed over late-night pizza, grease-slicked boxes between them. Not tempted, but it pokes the old fear. Am I enough for you? Straight enough? Gay enough? Alex set down his slice, heart twisting. You're you enough. Labels are for cans, not us. But doubt's whisper lingered, fed by campus hookups Alex overheard. Casual, carefree, worlds from their depth. Winter quarter brought frost and fire. A blizzard blanketed the city, classes canceled, and they hunkered in Jordan's room for the blankets and bad movies. But news pierced. Tyler, back in Willow Creek, arrested for assault. Bar fight turned ugly. Victim a gay bartender. Texts flooded. Mia's worry, Vance's update. He's changed, she insisted. Therapy, the works. But old habits. Jordan paced, snow swirling outside. Forgive too quick? Or hold the grudge? Alex pulled him down. Neither. It's his path. Ours is forward. Spring thawed revelations. Alex's internship at an indie press unearthed a mentor, Elena, sharp-eyed editor with a queer-lit bent. Your story's got bones, she said over manuscripts. But flesh it with joy, not just pain. Jordan gigged at a local cafe, Riley in the crowd, cheering, not chasing. Post said, a real talk. I was projecting my mess. You're solid. Envy that. Closure clicked. Summer sublet. A tiny Wicker Park walk-up, their first nest. Days at the lake. Nights cooking mishmashes. Jordan's arroz con pollo clashing with Alex's experimental salads. Fireworks on the 4th echoed their ring's promise, sparks syncing with heartbeats. Sophomore year sharpened edges. Jordan's band formed. Queer notes, eclectic jams on identity. Alex's comics serialized online, panels going viral in niche circles. But pressure mounted, family visits. Mr. Reyes, healthier, arrived with abuela's tamales, grilling Jordan on settling down. Marriage? Kids? Real life? Me, Joe. Dad. Jordan's laugh was strained. Alex mediated with sketches, future visions of chosen families, rings evolving to bands. Alex's parents countered with optimism, mom's scrapbooks of their journey, dad's fishing invites extended to Jordan. Brought 2 rods. He grunted, pride masked as practicality. But cracks spidered. A road trip home for Thanksgiving. Willow Creek's welcome warm but watchful. Church picnic, elders' sidelong glances. Old classmates' awkward hugs. Then, a bombshell from Mia. Engaged to a girl from her art co-op, elopement planned. Joy mingled with envy. Alex and Jordan toasted, but later, In the guest room, whispers surfaced. Kids, Jordan mused, ceiling fan whirring. Ever think about it? Alex turned, surprise softening to dream. Yeah, surrogacy, adoption, messy, but ours. Jordan's hand found his. Scary good. Back in Chicago, resolve solidified. They attended a family-building workshop, stories of patchwork homes inspiring. But academia intruded. Jordan's thesis on music therapy for LGBTQ+ youth clashed with a conservative advisor's balance both sides. Pushback ensued. Department meetings, emails CC'd to deans. Alex rallied. Drafting a support letter circulated campus-wide. Arts activism, he argued. Victory. Advisor swapped, thesis greenlit. Junior year crested with opportunity. Alex's comic caught a publisher's eye. Deal inked for Skips and Scars. Forward by Elena. Launch party. Packed house. Jordan emceeing. Setlist tailored. Reviews glowed. A tender gut punch on love's battlefield. Royalties trickled. Savings grew for that apartment dream. Jordan's band toured Midwest dives. Alex Rodian G sketches. One night in Milwaukee, post-gig high. A fan's proposition, couple's curiosity, tested waters. They talked it through, boundaries clear. No for now. Depth over dalliance. Senior spring bloomed defiant. Joint capstone. Multimedia exhibit, Echoes of Us. Comics synced to score, projected on gallery walls. Opening night. Tear-streaked faces, standing O. Graduation. Gowns swirling, diplomas clutched. Speeches lauded. They slipped away to the lake, toes in water. Chapter closed, Alex said. Next one's epic, Jordan replied, ring glinting. Post-grad haze. Job hunts, apartment hunts. Alex at the press, junior designer. Jordan teaching at a community center, band side hustle. Sublet became lease. Cozy chaos of canvases and amps. First anniversary. Lakeside picnic redux, upgraded with champagne. Vows renewed, whispers of forever. But life script flipped. Fall diagnosis. Jordan's mom. Cancer, stage 2, treatable but terrifying. Flights home, hospital vigils. Mr. Reyes crumbling, then stealing. Family sticks, he said, gripping Alex's shoulder like a son. Chemo cycles, support groups. Jordan channeled into songs. Album Resilient Roots. Raw anthems raising funds. Alex illustrated covers, proceeds to care. Remission came spring, bells tolling triumph. Celebration tour, Willow Creek gig, full circle, town square packed, banners waving. Summer wedding, intimate, lakeshore. Mia officiating, rings exchanged amid waves. Vows, through skips and storms, I choose you. Honeymoon hike in the Smokies, trails testing, views rewarding. Back, adoption papers filed, foster to adopt, a boy named Kai, 5, with eyes like Jordan's. Parenting's drama, tantrums, triumphs, therapy for Kai's past scars. Nights tag-teaming lullabies, days balancing briefs and band. 10th year, Skip's graphic novel sequel, animated series greenlit. Jordan's Symphony Commission, Queer Youth Orchestra. Willow Creek revisited. GSA names wing after them. Harper Reyes Hall. Tyler, sober, attends. Handshake tentative, healing halting. In quiet, Alex sketches their arc, from lone lunch to legacy. Jordan hums approval. Best plot twist, us. The city lights blurred into streaks as Jordan navigated the Dan Ryan at rush hour. One hand on the wheel, the other laced with Alex's on the console. Kai babbled from the booster seat, his small fingers clutching a well-loved stuffed fox. Mr. Foxy, guardian against nightmares. It was a Thursday in late September, the air crisp with the promise of change, and they were en route to a routine that had become ritual. Family therapy at the center where Jordan taught. Look, Dada. Plain. Kai pointed, nose smudged against the window. Jordan glanced in the rear view, smiling. Big one, buddy. Taking folks to adventures. Alex squeezed his hand, a silent anchor. 5 years into fatherhood, and the wonder still edged out the weariness. Kai had entered their lives like a whirlwind 2 years prior. A foster placement that stretched from weeks to permanent, his toddler eyes wide with wariness melting into trust. Paperwork mountain scaled, court dates endured, and now, a son, with curly hair a blend of theirs and a laugh that echoed lake waves. Therapy wasn't for fractures, but fortification. Dr. Patel, with her gentle probes and chai-scented office, guided them through Kai's attachment letters, scars from bio-family chaos, and their own, the echoes of coming-out wars. Parenting queers the narrative, she'd say. But yours? It's rewriting the book. Tonight's session dove deep. Kai's school anxieties, first-grade bullies mimicking old slurs overheard at home. He called me weird, 'cause I draw rainbows. Kai confessed. Fox hugged tight. Alex knelt to his level. Rainbows are magic, Kai. They mean you're brave, like your dad's. Jordan nodded, throat tight. And weird. That's code for wonderful. Remember Papa's comics? Heroes start weird. Dr. Patel smiled. Reframing. Powerful tool. Homework. A family art project, mapping our strengths. Home was the Wicker Park walk-up, evolved into a haven of exposed brick and built-ins. Kai's room burst color. Murals Alex had painted, guitars Jordan tuned low. Dinner, spaghetti twirls and stories, Kai's latest. Mr. Foxy fought a dragon today. Bedtime tales segued to their unwind. Wine on the fire escape, city hum below. He's golden, Alex murmured, head on Jordan's shoulder. Yeah, but that bully. Jordan's voice trailed, protective fire flickering. Handled like pros. Alex tilted up, kissing his jaw. Team us. Workweek's world. Alex climbed at the press, senior designer now, helming queer graphic lines that flew off shelves. Skips and Scars sequels spawned a YA series, animated dreams inching real. Jordan balanced teaching with touring. Queer Notes album charted indie, gigs funding college funds. But autumn winds carried whispers of unrest. Willow Creek called, GSA crisis, funding slashed by board conservatives. Vance, retired, emailed, need your voices. Rally Redux? They debated over pancakes, Kai smearing syrup art. Go, Alex urged. Full circle. Road trip, Prius packed, Kai chattering mileage. Town greeted changed. Pride crosswalks, but tensions simmered. Election year, yard signs snarling divides. Rally at the square, Mike's hot, crowds mixed. Alex spoke first, Kai on hip. We left as kids fighting shadows. Return as family, building light. Cut funding? You dim your future. Jordan followed, guitar acoustic. Song, roots run deep, chorus swelling with locals joins. Mr. Reyes, front row, teared up. Advocate now, PFLAG chapter head. Post-rally buzz, donations poured, board relented. Mia, married bliss with spouse Lena, no relation, irony noted, hosted barbecue. Toasts clinked, to twists that stick. Back in Chicago, glow faded to grind. Kai's holiday play, Tree Angel, Wings Askew, Stealing Hearts. But Jordan's mom relapsed, skin shadows. Emergency drive south, ICU waits, chemo redux. Vigil stretched. Alex juggling remote work, Kai FaceTiming drawings. Make grandma strong. Jordan held it together for calls, cracked in Alex's arms nights. What if? She's fighter. Like you. Alex's mantra, steady. Remission again, fragile gift. Holidays healed. Reyes family fusion. Tamales and lax. Kai's awe at lights. New year dawned ambitious. Alex pitched animated skips, greenlit, voice work pending. Jordan's symphony premiered. Waves of Us, orchestra swelling queer youth strings. Standing ovation, reviews raved, symphonic soul. Spring surprise, Kai's baby sister match. Foster girl, toddler Tessa, eyes like Alex's. Home study whirlwind, approvals, then, 2 car seats, double diapers. Chaos charmed, tandem tantrums, giggle chases. Sleepless synced, love logarithmic. Therapy adapted, blended bonds, Dr. Patel beamed. Summer sabbatical, lake cabin rent, waves for all. Skips lessons, Kai's 3 bounces, Tessa's splashes. Evenings fireside, stories spun, origins tales, sanitized for little ears. But ripples reached. Publisher merger loomed, Alex's role shaky. Creative cuts, execs droned. Jordan gigged extra, stress drummed. Culmination, pitch meeting, high stakes. Alex presented Skip's animatic, panels pulsing with Jordan's score demo. Exec pause, then, fund it. Full season. Relief roared. Celebration, rooftop party, band jamming, kids dancing. Toasts to resilience. Fall folded in. School runs doubled, playdates queer-coded. Willow Creek visit. Hall dedication, kids unveiling plaque, Harper Reyes family wing. Election night. TV's flickered divides, but home held. Board games. Kai's We Win Together. Winter wonder. Family photo op. Snowman sculpted. Tessa's first words, Dada Jojo. Anniversary 11th. Vow renewal. Micro. Lake Dawn. Rings red-on. Through doubles and doubts, Jordan whispered. Parenting's plot thickened. Kai's tween tease. Crushes confusing. First, like, on a classmate, boy or girl blur. Normal, therapy affirmed. Jordan mintered. Heart leads, labels lag. Tessa's therapies, speech delays from early trauma, breakthroughs in babbles. Alex's comics adapted. Little waves, toddler tales of belonging. Career crescendos, skips premiered. Emmy buzz, con panels packed. Jordan's book, Harmony and Margins, music ed for marginalized. 15th year, adoption finalized for Tessa, court joy. Party, town spanning, Mia catering, Tyler, reformed dad, barbecuing amends. In still nights, Alex sketches dynasty, from solo tray to sibling saga. Jordan harmonizes. Epic sequel. Life's drama, they learned, thrives in sequels, endless, entwined. Dawn crept over the lake like a tentative ally, gilding the cabin's weathered planks in soft rose. Alex stirred first, the familiar ache of a night's broken sleep settling in his shoulders. Tessa's teething wails had punctuated the hours, a symphony only parents could love. He slipped from the bunk, padding to the porch where Jordan sat, guitar cradled, fingers coaxing quiet chords from strings still cool with dew. Early bird, Alex murmured, settling beside him, coffee mug steaming in his grip. Jordan's smile was sleep-rumpled, hazel eyes crinkled, chasing Muse before the munchkins wake. He played a riff, gentle, lilting, evocative of ripples on water. Thinking about the book tour. 2 weeks, coast calling. You holding the fort? Alex nodded, though the tug was there. Fort being Kai's soccer practices, Tessa's toddler tantrums, the press's deadlines looming like storm clouds. We've got this. Mia's on backup duty. Go weave your magic. The cabin week was their annual reset, a pilgrimage to the bend where it all sparked. Kids romped. Kai, now 10, engineering dams with sticks. Tessa, 3, chasing butterflies with gleeful shrieks. Evenings, esmores and stories, Jordan's tales of Pilsen streets mingling with Alex's comic lore. But under idle, undercurrents stirred. Kai's questions sharpened. Why do some kids at school say 2 dads is weird? His face, earnest brown eyes, Jordan's legacy, searched for anchors. Alex knelt, mud from the shore caking his jeans. Weird's just different, sport. And different? That's where superheroes come from. Like in Papa's books. Jordan joined, arm around Kai. Your heart family's the strongest. Bio or built, same power. Therapy back home unpacked it. Societal seepage, even in progressive bubbles. Dr. Patel suggested a family truth circle, weekly check-ins, no judgments. First round. Kai admitting bully fears, Tessa babbling love all, parents confessing juggle jitters. Labor Day loomed, tour beckoning. Jordan's harmony and margins had struck a chord. Educators raving, queer centers stocking. Send-off. Airport hug, Kai's drawing clutched, guitar-wielding dad as caped crusader. Alex solo-parented, school drop-offs, playgroup politics. Tessa's daycare saga, a parent's offhand traditional family, comment sparking admin talks. Inclusivity training, director assured. Alex channeled to blog, waves in the sandbox, viral vignettes on microaggressions. Jordan's texts lit nights. NYC crowd wept at the Stonewall chapter. Miss you. Alex replied with photos. Kai's goal, Tessa's finger paint masterpieces. Reunion. O'Hare bustle, arms enveloping. Brought souvenirs. Jordan grinned. Unpacking books signed. A tiny guitar for Tessa. Debrief over deep dish. Highs of sold-out reads. Lows of hecklers at a Bible Belt stop. One guy called it propaganda. I said, nah, it's prayer. Fall foliage flamed. Routines reignited. Kai's soccer team diverse. Coach emphasizing team family, but whispers persisted. A game-side dad. Two moms on the sidelines? Confusing for the boys. Alex bit retort, journaled instead. Halloween harvest. Costumes coordinated. Superhero squad. Capes fluttering. Trick-or-treat trails. Neighborhood nods warmer than years past. Thanksgiving fusion. Reyes-Harper blowout. Tables groaning. Mr. Reyes carved turkey, toasting to grafts that grow. Kai and cousins bonded over fort building. Tessa smeared pie, giggling. Election shadows lengthened. National rifts rippling local. School board race. Challenger vowing parental rights. Code for curriculum curbs. Jordan keynote to forum. Rights for all kids, or none. Music teaches harmony. Let's learn. Alex illustrated campaign materials. Bold lines, hopeful hues. Victory narrow, but sweet. Progress guarded. Winter wrapped gifts and griefs. Skips Season 2 wrapped filming. Premiere party. Red carpet nerves. Critics lauding Heart's animation. Jordan scored an episode cameo. Voice of a mentor ghost. Chills inducing. But December dimmed. Elena, Alex's editor mentor, diagnosis, pancreatic, aggressive. Hospital visits. Her wit undimmed. Don't you dare mope. Finish that arc. Legacy talk. Your stories? My immortality. She passed New Year's Eve, stars saluting. Memorial. Lit mag tribute. Alex's eulogy comic hybrid. Panels of her fierce lines. Jordan composed editor's echo, quartet haunting. Grief's tide ebbed slow. Spring renewal. Kai's birthday bash, laser tag lasers, and cake. Tessa potty trained triumph. Parades ensued. Summer sabbatical redux. Road trips southwest. Canyons carving perspectives. Kai journaled sketches. Tessa collected rocks for spells. Back, career currents surged. Jordan's TEDx invite. Soundtracks of survival. Views exploding. Invites cascading. Alex's graphic novel trilogy capped. Waves eternal. Launch tour synced. Synergy sparked. Joint workshop. Comics meet music for youth. First session. Kids wide-eyed. Creations bursting. A trans girl's ballad illustrated journey. Raw resonance. Fall fertility whispers. Discussions deepened. Expanding family. IVF explorations. Donor dances. Consults candid. Odds, costs, emotions. Ready? Jordan asked. Post-meet. Alex breathed. For the try. Trials began. Shots, scans, hopes hovering. First cycle. Negative, gut punch. Huddle. Ice cream therapy. Kai's next time. Cheer. Second. Positive. Faint lines. Ultrasound's heartbeat. Pregnancy. Jordan's body hosting. Swells and swells. Alex's kicks felt. Names brainstormed. Willow Creek baby shower. Mia's quilts. Vance's yarns. Mr. Reyes rocking chair. Heirloom past. Labor Day dawned stormy. Hospital hustle. Pushes and praises. Baby girl. Luna Reyes-Harper. Cries conquering thunder. Trinity complete. Kai big bro beaming. Tessa curious coo. Luna latched. Sleepless nirvana. Love logarithmic cubed. Postpartum plot. Jordan's recovery. Alex's leave. Diaper dashes. Midnight feeds. Therapy trio. Newborn. Nerves navigated. First family photo. Lake lapped. For faces framed. Caption. Our skip. Our storm. Our song. Years layered. Luna's lisps. Kai's crushes clarified. Boy next door. Handholds tentative. Support scaffold. Ally parents. GSA evolutions. 20th anniversary. Vow voyage. Kids with grandparents. Reaffirmation. From lunch loan to legacy full. Jordan scar traced. Infinite twists. Alex's green met hazel. Ours eternally. The boardroom hummed with the low buzz of anticipation. Fluorescent hum underscoring the click of heels and rustle of portfolios. Alex adjusted his tie. Silk. Jordan's anniversary gift. While scanning the room. Execs in tailored suits. The animatic projector humming standby. Skips and scars. Tides of time. The series finale pitch. Hung in balance. A decade's dream distilled to 20 minutes of storyboards and swells. Harper, you're up, the head honcho nodded. A woman whose boardroom battles rivaled any comic villain. Alex launched, panels pulsing life, voice steady as he narrated arcs, from adolescent isolation to elder advocacy, threads weaving generations. Jordan's score underpinned, strings soaring where dialogues dipped, gasps punctuated climaxes, nods sealed the close. Visionary, she declared post-screen. Greenlit. Global push. Elation erupted. High fives, champagne pops. Alex texted Jordan, seas conquered. Home soon. The drive back threaded golden hour, city spires piercing sky. Home awaited. Brownstone now, traded up from walk-up, creaky stairs echoing family footfalls. Kai, 15, sprawled in living room, VR headset on, debating game lore with friends online. Dad, level boss down epic. Tessa, 11, curated playlists for her mock podcast. Tween waves, guesting neighborhood kids on crushes and confusions. Luna, 5, orchestrated doll dramas in the corner, fox-eared puppets echoing Mr. Foxy's lineage. Jordan emerged from kitchen, apron dusted flour. Dinner prep, his ritual unwind. Verdict, full sales. Alex pulled him close, flowery kiss lingering. Our legacy, animated. Dinner tableau, chaos coordinated. Kai's vegan phase clashing Tessa's carb quests. Luna's purees airborne. Table talk tumbled. School scandals. Kai's GSA presidency push. Tessa's crush confession. Girl from debate. Butterflies named. Luna's why rainbows. Query. Colors of us. Jordan explained, plating seconds. Every shade counts. Nights now bifurcated. Kids' bedtime's a relay. Then couple carve out. Wine, walks, whispers. Tonight, porch swing, autumn leaves confetti. Tour wrap. Alex probed. Jordan sighed, content. Last stop Seattle, youth orchestra collab. Then sabbatical, writing that memoir. Chords and choices. His opus, Pilsen boy to patriarch. Alex's forward penned, his melody mended mine. Morning madness, school shuttles, work waves. Alex to press, VP creative now, lines launched on neurodiverse heroes. Jordan to center, classes on rhythm as resilience. Midday curveball, Kai's principal call. Meeting? Bullying report, involving your son. Heart drop, afternoon dash. Office stark, Kai slouched, bruised shadowing eye. Fight, he muttered. Defended a non-binary kid. He slurs, I shoved. Pride ward worry. Jordan arrived, calm command. Truth. Kai nodded. Couldn't let it slide. Principle, zero tolerance. Suspension, both. Home huddle. Consequences owned. Ally actions affirmed. Letter campaign. Parents petitioning policy review. Defense, not discipline. Ripple. Board bends. Restorative circles implemented. Kai emerges advocate. Op-ed in school paper. Fists for fairness? Winter weaves warmth. Holidays hybrid. Chicago lights. Willow Creek jaunt. Mr. Reyes, silvered but spry, hosts tamale making. Kai chopping, Tessa rolling, Luna helping with licks. New Year's resolve. Family fitness, yoga flows, lake skates. Tessa's bat mitzvah planning, adopted Jewish roots via Mia's spouse. Jordan's chauffeur lessons goofy. Spring surges, Luna's kindergarten jitters, first day tears turned triumphs. Kai's prom dilemma, date as president, tux or gown. Suit, but pins, he decides, trans flag array. Alex alters, skips epilogue graphic, Kai-inspired tween hero. Jordan scores school play, Rainbow Rebellion, queer history musical. Summer sojourn, Europe backpack, Paris patisseries, Rome ruins. Kids culture shocked, Eiffel awe, Colosseum echoes. Evenings, gelato debates, best skip, stone hunts and fountains. Jetlag jars fall restart. Tessa's podcast pitches NPR, mini deal, mentorship. Luna's art class, finger paint abstracts, gallery show. Election Eve redux, divides deeper, but home holds. Democracy donuts, post-results huddles. Votes voice, Jordan teaches. Ours amplifies. Career crests, skips Emmy nod, live theater, family front row. Jordan's memoir launches, bestseller buzz, tours tempered by dad duty. Anniversary 25, Vow Voyage Volume 2, Hawaii hikes, lava flows mirroring passions. Renewal, beach bear, waves witnesses. From fragile flickers to fierce flame, Alex vows. Jordan, eternal encore. Post-honeymoon plot pivot, empty nest whispers, Kai college-bound, art school dreams. Tessa theater track, Luna's big kid leaps. Prep pains, applications aided, essays edited. Kai's acceptance, RISD, full ride, tears and toasts. Move-in day, dorm dashes, bed-making. Proud, Alex chokes. Jordan, fly, fledgling. Trio transitions, quieter house, date nights reclaimed. But calls constant. Kai's queer co-op tales, Tessa's stage scares soothed, Luna's lost to floor. Silver Year, retrospective exhibit, waves through time, comics and compositions converged. Willow Creek wing expanded, family resource center. Legacy letters, kids pin futures, Kai's graphic activism, Tessa's media maven, Luna's story singer. In Elder Ease, Alex sketches finale, lone boy to lineage lush. Jordan harmonizes, masterpiece. Green eyes meet hazel, rings worn to whispers. Hours unending.